Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for checking back in. Today I've got what I hope to be an interesting little discussion for us to have. So let's get into it. You see I've got a handful of knives here on the table that all have two things in common, right? They're all Spyderco knives, and what's the other thing they all have in common? Yes, exactly. They're all compression lock knives. So a couple months back, I was doing research on the Paramilitary 2 and in preparation for making my first knife review, and I actually never made a review on this knife, and I probably will in the future. But anyway, I was doing a lot of research on the PM2, thinking about my reasons why I thought it was such a popular knife for Spyderco, and just sort of gathering my opinions and thoughts on it. And ultimately it led me down a path to trying to figure out when the Paramilitary 2 was first created, when the original Paramilitary was created, if it was the first Spyderco knife with the compression lock, and then ultimately how long had Spyderco had a patent on the compression lock, and when did that patent expire. So I went to Google and I searched compression lock patent, and come to find out Spyderco's been using or had patented the compression lock for about 20 years now, and it expires at the beginning of next year in February of 2021. And I found that to be very interesting because there's only a handful of locking mechanisms widely used throughout the industry today. You've got liner locks, back locks, axis style locks, the Reeve integral lock, the frame lock, and a few others. And there are many, I would imagine, if we really went through a complete list of every locking mechanism. I'm sure there's a lot of them, but there's only a select few that are really widely used throughout the industry, and there's even a slimmer few that are capable of doing this right here, like Bitchmade's axis lock, or the axis style lock in general, the compression lock, Protex manual button lock, and maybe a couple more. But this free swinging drop shut action of the blade and ease of manipulation like that is sort of reserved for just a couple locking mechanisms, and this is one of them. And the patent is expiring, which means legally any other knife manufacturer in the world can use it now without being concerned of any legal repercussions. So I find that very, very interesting because, let's face it, Spyderco is an extremely popular knife brand. They have a cult-like following, honestly, and it's my favorite knife brand if I had to pick one. And a lot of that popularity, especially of these models right here, has to do, a little bit at least, with the fact that they have a compression lock. I know that does it for me. I doubt I would own these specific models if they had a liner lock, I mean, maybe I would own some of them, but definitely the compression lock plays a huge factor in me owning these knives. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys feel the same way. So ultimately, I've got a couple questions I'd like to pose to you guys, and maybe we can have a little discussion about this. So number one, what do you guys think Spyderco is planning on doing, if anything, after this lock mechanism expires? Do you think that they're going to try to do something like start putting compression locks in lower end budget models maybe? Or do you think they'll make new designs, new budget designs to put the compression lock in? And the reason I say that is because you could make an argument, and it may not happen, and I might be completely off base, but it's very possible that they could see a sharp decline in sales from some of these knives if the compression lock is used widely throughout the industry with a lot of other manufacturers. Because let's be honest, all right, Spyderco has been getting a lot of criticism, especially over the past couple years, about their drastic price increases. And I've seen no shortage of comments about, people saying, I've been buying Spydercos for da 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 years and I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I just can't keep paying these crazy prices. And whether you agree with that or not, whether you think they're overpriced or not, that's definitely something that is happening. So are people going to jump ship and stop buying Para 3s or PM2s or Little Natives or Shamans if another company that's making good quality designs and using good steels and materials starts putting the compression lock in some of their designs? I'm curious if Spyderco has any plan to mitigate that potential risk, or risk of loss of revenue, or if you think they're not really concerned about it. And that's generally more my thinking. I don't think that they're too concerned. I think that they know that they have a cult-like following, and they're pretty much always going to have some loyal customers no matter what they do. Short of something egregious, raising the price, $10 per PM2 every year, people are not, most knife enthusiasts, collectors are not going to be outraged about that. And then my second question is, who do you guys think is going to pick up the compression lock and start using it? And who would you like to see use it? What models are on the market currently that you guys would like to see with the compression lock? Could definitely see a case for a company like Civivi starting to use the compression lock. They already make extremely popular knives. They have a really good, high quality fit and finish, and they use good materials. And most of their knives are liner locks, so it wouldn't be a difficult thing, I don't think, in a lot of cases for them to switch over to the compression lock, as well as many other companies out there. So that's pretty much it, guys. Really interested in this and would love to hear your thoughts. What do you guys think is going to happen in the next year or so? And are you guys excited about this or sad about it? Because me personally, I sort of feel bad for Spyderco that it's expiring and everybody else is going to get to use it. But, they had their 20 years. That's the way it works. And I'm sure they've made, truckloads of money off of it over the past 20 years. And I think it was an excellent idea. And, I'm happy that they created it. But I'm also pretty excited to see if other companies will stop or start using it, because it probably is my most preferred locking mechanism on a folding knife. So I'm sort of happy to see it expire, and am curious to see who else is going to pick it up and start using it. So let me know what you guys think, and thank you for watching. Hope you guys are still having a great holiday season, and we'll see you next time.